that whole relationship, and I felt really responsible, and
how one very polarizing.
Gwyneth Paltrow's unfiltered take on Brad Pitt revealed in new book that sheds light on their famous split, exclusive. They were one of the most iconic couples of the 90s, says author Amy Odell of Gwyneth Paltrow and Brad Pitt. Both gorgeous, glamorous, and for a time, sporting the same shag haircut. Odell shares new details about their romance in her new book Gwyneth. The biography, a revealing look at the fascinating life of the 52-year-old star, excerpted exclusively in this week's People.
$50 million wellness empire.
behind the scenes was so unhealthy, it made Gwen explained.
The two first met in 1993 when Paltrow auditioned for the romantic Western Legends of the Fall. She didn't get the part, Julia Ormond did. But sparks flew and Pitt later suggested her for the role of his wife in the 1995 thriller, Say 7N. At the time, Paltrow was also offered a role in Feeling Minnesota opposite Keanu Reeves. Unsure of which one to accept, writes Odell, she consulted with a friend, who said, "Well, who do you want to date, Brad Pitt or Keanu Reeves?" Gwyneth chose Say 7N and Pitt, and Cameron Diaz took the Feeling Minnesota part.
What is? When Brad won his gold.
Now the new sexiest man alive.
Say that's good, that's a lot of...
Writer Amy Odell called.
After 2 years of dating, they became engaged in Argentina in December 1996. Her dad, Bruce Paltrow, loved Brad, says Odell. Her friends loved Brad. They thought he was the nicest guy. Still, according to the author, Paltrow was having misgivings. Gwyneth expressed doubts to a crew member while making the 1996 film Emma that Pitt was right for her, and admitted she had a crush on Hugh Grant. He was brought up very religious, in Missouri, says Odell.
Guy. He's just a guy, just like everybody.
Of dating. In her book, Amy says their passionate relationship.
It's just a very different world from hers. Growing up in Manhattan, going to Spence, I think she thought he wasn't sophisticated enough for her. She thought she was smarter, better educated, more sophisticated. The book also recounts an interview Paltrow once gave about the chasm between their worlds. Brad and I have very different upbringings, she told an interviewer. So when we go to restaurants and order caviar, I have to say to Brad, this is beluga and this is Osetra.
Sirius XM show with nothing.
The other person is mature enough to hold
Out so sudden.
They broke up in mid-1997. When Paltrow appeared on Call Me Daddy podcast in 2023, she explains that she called off their engagement because she wasn't ready to marry, noting she was still totally heartbroken when we broke up. It was the right thing at that time, but it was really hard, Paltrow explained. There were a number of things that had happened. He was 9 years older than me. He knew what he wanted. He was ready to do it and I was kind of all over the place.
into something really universal.
Magnetic. And very soon, they were inseparable. Streets of New York.
So it was really one of those difficult things, where I felt like, oh my god, not only am I not ready, I'm not living up to the standards again. It was a familiar refrain I felt about myself, she added. That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
Sexiest man alive.
Say that's good, that's a lot of...
Writer Amy Odell called Gwyneth.
This book. Oh, matching haircut.
Their appearance at the 1997